Soon it will be Purim, and I want to share a message with you about the holiday and about the Jewish people overall. This is something that I learned from Rabbi Tzvi Hirschfield, who teaches at Pardes in Jerusalem. Rabbi Hirschfield points to a comment of Rav Avram Yitzchak Kook. Rav Kook was the first chief rabbi of Israel, actually before the state of Israel was created. Rav Kook says this. He points to a line early in the Megillah where Haman, is speaking to Achashverosh, and he refers to the Jewish people as a scattered and dispersed people. He means it literally, that we're sort of spread out in the kingdom. But Rav Kook understands it to be really a declaration against the essential unity of the Jewish people. Haman can't see that there's a unity of the people. And perhaps we can't see that either. I think not only in the past, but today, there are moments where we feel like there are a lot of differences among Jews. And sometimes those differences cause strife within the Jewish people. And that can be tough. On the one hand, we want to see us as one people, as a unified people, but we know that we have differences of opinion in a whole variety of ways. So Rav Kook then points to something a bit later on in the Megillah. There's this dialogue being sent back and forth between Mordechai and Esther. Esther is in the palace. Mordechai is not allowed in there, and so they are sending messages back and forth. And eventually Esther will say at this key moment that she is going to do something to try and save the Jewish people. And she says to Mordechai, Knos kol ha-Yehudim, gather all of the Jewish people. Rav Kook sees this as a response in a way to what Haman suspects about the Jewish people. Haman says that we're scattered, but Esther says, and she knows, that you can gather all of the Jewish people. It's a little bit like having something wrong with you, having an illness, which is external in a certain sense, but essentially we are fundamentally sound. Rav Kook says that sometimes on the outside, the Jewish people seem like we're scattered and dispersed, that we lack unity. But if you dig deep enough, essentially, fundamentally, we are one people. We are essentially all together. We can be gathered. Kol ha-Yehudim, all of the Jews can be gathered. That's what Esther's saying, and that is what Rav Kook is focusing on. It's a real message of hope at a time when so many things feel scattered and dispersed. For the Jewish people, we believe that there is an essential unity among us, and that we are all connected. Esther puts her finger on it, and it is part of that unity that actually is what creates the opportunity for redemption that comes in the Megillah. And that gives me hope that in the future, we will be able to see what is still perhaps hidden, which is that essential, fundamental wholeness and unity of the Jewish people. I hope you'll have a wonderful and joyous and celebratory Purim, and I hope you'll join us as we celebrate together.